Hello, and welcome back to Sever Studios Presents Rolling in the Netherdeep, and we're excited to bring you a brand new tale of magical pets in Ank'Harel.
Woohoo!
We are doing a little bit of we're missing Ross today, and we don't want to move the story along because it's building up to something big. So we're just gonna do Ank'Harel, little side quest, magical pets in Ank'Harel. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have.
Hey everybody, this is Bill, and today I'll be playing Stryker, not Jeremy. Stryker,
Yeah,
the
right, Jeremy.
honey badger.
Greetings, everybody. This is Jaiden, and I am playing Ashes. Someone you've probably seen before if you've watched this show.
Hey everyone, this is Jimmy. I'm gonna be playing Mr. Mayhem, the orange cat.
And I'll explain the system here in a second. We're using Magical Pets. It's a hack of lasers and feelings by Andrea Rick, and you can go to Itch.io. You can find that on Itch.io and buy it for I think it's less than $5. It's real simple 2-page sort of like Honey Heist system, fun to play. Real simple, and that's how we're going to play it today. So if you tune in and we're not rolling d20s, wait until the next time we play, and we'll get those d20s back in the mix next time. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we start? Well, let's go. If
Let's
everyone
go!
is ready, let's begin today's episode of Rolling in Netherdeep Pets Edition, Circus of the Red Crystal King. So, just talking about the system for a bit. Let's go around. Jeremy. So, tell me about Jeremy.
Stryker, it's Stryker. It's not Jeremy, it's Stryker. First of all, I'm tired of Jeremy. Everybody, Jeremy. I'm a honey badger, obviously. You can tell by my big claws, and I don't give a shit attitude. I'm annoyed pretty much all the time because you're all annoying. Everybody's annoying. I've got a favorite place to sleep, which is basically anywhere you aren't. That's my favorite place. If I had one goal in life, it would be to get away from Ava Ampleheart, who's a little dwarven girl who's very affectionate, overly affectionate.
Oh,
But,
there you are, Jeremy. Come here. Let me give you all the hugs.
No.
I love you.
And I'm good. I'm good at digging. I dig. I dig well.
So, what's your character goal? Just to be somewhere.
So yeah, my character goal is to get away from Ava Ampleheart, who is the little dwarven girl who loves him so much.
Awesome.
And she's the daughter of the pet shop owner that we have met and interacted with several times over the course of the actual campaign. Because he just needs to be him, man. He's just got to get out of there. It's too much.
So Ashes. Tell me a little bit about Ashes. We know a little bit about Ashes already, but
What else do you need to know besides my crippling sadness due to the fact that my best friend is now gone?
Oh no.
I don't remember. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember that at all.
What's your character trait and your special talent, Ashes?
I mean, besides being helpful with my special talent, I don't remember my character trait. That's what I asked earlier.
Well, kindness. Kindness is your character trait. What's your special talent?
It was being helpful. Well, it still is being helpful.
Okay. What's your character goal?
At this moment, trying to figure out what's going on with these other two skeleton-bones that have been following Lapis around.
They're currently just a pile of bones right next to you. They're sleeping. Jamie, tell me about Mr. Mayhem.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Mayhem. I'm an orange cat, and my special trait is that I'm an orange cat. They called me Mr. Mayhem, but really they did not look really what was going on, and they didn't ask me. Actually, I'm not a Mister, but my name is Mr. Mayhem, so we're gonna deal with that, and that's gonna be okay because it's my name. It's fine. Um, well, I'm very good at gaslighting people into thinking that it can never be my fault ever, ever, because I look super clever. Not. I look like an absolute idiot. I'm an orange cat. And my favorite toy is a stuffed mouse, and it has a little bit of catnip inside. And my favorite sleepy spot is well, if I fits, I sleeps.
Okay. Do you have a human or a humanoid that is your
My human's name is Jeff. He's a little guy. Well, he's big compared to me, but he's a little guy. And my goal is to get a bunch of treats.
Okay. The way that it works is that everybody has a number that they've chosen between 2 and 5. If you have a high number, it means you're better at magic, you're magical. If you have a low number, it means you're better at pet, which means you can being cute, interacting with human, doing physical stuff. And you roll the dice and try to get under or over depending on what you're going for. So let's begin. So M. Kesney, the wonderful, wonderful owner of Mystic Pursuits, has a magic class that she teaches to the kids in the back room at the Cool Flame, and all the pets that belong to the kids hang out under the bar. Usually, this is really late at night, and nobody's around. But the problem is that the bar has gotten really busy because there's this famous person, Orgoth. Ashes knows Orgoth. And so it's really, really busy all the time. And there's this halfling bouncer who is really annoying and keeps trying to catch all the animals and throw them out. But anytime they catch one of you, you just have to go underneath the building and pop up through a trapdoor that's behind the bar. So the other animals just let you back in, and you're able to get back in really easily. M. Kesney has a really cute sugar glider pet named CeeCee. And CeeCee has a little aviator's hat on with the goggles, and like just leather straps hangs down. And she's kind of like the big lenses, and they're kind of cross-eyed a little bit. And she is hanging out with all of you. And it's just really, really loud. So and Kesney's dropped you all. The kids have dropped you all off, and they're all in there. And Ava, bye, Jeremy. Oh, you better be good. You better be good.
Yeah, whatever.
And what's Jeff like, Jamie?
He's just a well, he really wanted to have a Mr. Mayhem. You know, that kind of kid.
Yeah.
Little badass.
Okay. Probably like painted racing stripes on Mr. Mayhem. Like.
I'm not. I have all my claws, baby. Don't know if I know how to use them though, but.
So you're all hanging out, and CeeCee's like, "Hi, why is it so busy here? It used to be a lot quieter. What's going on?"
People, too many people. It's always too many people.
There's a lot of people here. It used to be like nobody was here.
We have now bodyguards, and they all come from Orgoth's whole situation, I believe.
Who's that?
Or drow thing. He's not important anymore. But he had gathered these warriors here to take care of his group. I would be more annoyed, but they are here to also take care of my Lapis.
Who's that?
My owner.
Oh. She nice?
Extremely.
Is she an annoying kid too?
No, she is not. She is an older person.
Oh, so you're like one of those like care pets to help the elderly or something?
I would say not. She is the one who is taking care of me.
Oh, oh. Whatever.
Sounds nice.
You hear the halfling that's been throwing all of you out, one of the bouncers, like gets close, and you hear the dwarf that stands behind the bar, who knows you're there and doesn't mind you being there because he knows Ashes really well, and feeds you occasionally. But you hear Spike say, "Small berries! There's a fight over there in the corner. Go break it up!" And the halfling's like, "Oh."
You just say it, his name was Smallberries. That's pretty funny. That means little testicles, at least in Badger.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know that was a badger thing.
Well, I mean, not me, but
What?
yeah.
What does Jeremy mean then?
Jeremy, first of all, it's not Jeremy. I told you, call me Stryker. Stryker's my name.
Stryker.
CeeCee has a hard time saying. Strike.
No, oh, shit. It's
Star.
not like it's that difficult. No.
Stryker.
Stry. Say stry.
I've been trying.
Try.
Striker.
Stryker. Okay. Trike. I'll call you Trike.
Oh, God.
Ashes, as you're listening to them kind of fight, you see there's a line of ants underneath the bar. And they're all just kind of like there's a lot of them. Like, you've never seen insects really in here. The humans here keep it very, very clean. And suddenly you see like these winged locusts, and they're like going like from one side of the bar, and they're just all like in a big like kind of parade going underneath the side, and you see one of them kind of look up at you, like kind of wave with his antenna and keep going, and there's just a bunch of them.
Without like saying anything, because Ashes doesn't know if this is an important conversation or not that they're having. If he's gonna start to follow these ants and like put his nose to the ground.
Okay. I'd like you to make a actually no, you kind of go, you see them going to the end of the bar and then taking a hard right and going to a crack in the wall. It looks like they're going to the alleyway that's outside. And as you're watching, you see a couple of grasshoppers joining them, and they're all just lined up. And then there's all of a sudden there's like a spider, like, and there's just like, you see about maybe like hundreds, like counting all the ants and everything, of bugs. You actually see there's black ants and fire ants, like red and black, and they're all hating each other. They're kind of like, as they're walking along toward the same direction, and they're all kind of to each other and kind of like snapping at each other, their mandibles. And you can hear them talking, and they're kind of like, so where are we going? We're just gonna follow along. We just gotta go there. Like, so they told us to go here. Why are we going there? Food? I think there's food. But you see, like, there's like the spiders normally would be eating all of these bugs. I mean, it's just like something weird's happening.
Seeing this, Ashes is going to try to get Sky's attention.
Yes.
To open up either the window or the door to let Ashes out.
Okay.
And he's going to kind of whine and like scratch and paw at the window.
That's a pet roll, so I'd like you to roll a pet roll.
That is a 1.
Oh, you get 2 dice because this is something you're preparing to do. So it's
okay.
It's not anything that's like a surprise or something you're doing as a reaction to something.
4.
4. So you wanted to do over your number, which is, what is your number? 4? 4. So you get your number and above. So you can also ask a question of me because that's your magical pet number.
Um, my question would be, do does the do the spiders at all look tarantula based?
No, they seem to be smaller.
Okay.
There's you don't see any tarantula-based spiders. They're all kind of like
Okay.
small, kind of like normal. They make webs, but they're not like big, giant, hairy tarantulas. Um,
Got it. Got it.
but you see Sky, the waitress, multicolored hair. She comes over and waves at you, and she's like, "Oh, you need some air," and she opens the window for you. It is getting hot in here. She mentions to somebody next, like who's like standing next to the window, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, okay." So the window is open for you.
Um, Ashes just jumps and climbs out and starts to follow the trail.
Okay.
Where are you going?
CeeCee's like,
Bye.
where's Ashes going? I think we need to follow.
Bye.
Remember when we had like last time we did this, we had to like all of us work together to open the window, but Ashes is so smart. So you see like CeeCee jump up to the top of she climbs up to the top of the bar and then flies across to the window and out the window after Ashes.
Gonna take my stuffed mouse in my mouth. I'm gonna jump on the windowsill.
Okay. You're
The
muted.
bar gets louder and louder.
It's pretty high on it. And Jeremy has like olives on each of his long claws that he's like speared and he's eating. He's like, hey, it's too all right. And he kind of like waddles out to where the halfling can see him,
Yeah.
and he yells, hey, baby bollocks, yeah, throw me out, you little git.
Oh,
All
yeah.
that sounds like
I'm
all that
gonna
sounds
get
like
you. Come here, and you let yourself get got.
Yep.
Okay, and Smallberries. I can't remember his first name. I don't have the thing up right now. Smallberries.
Gamwich Smallberries.
Gamwich reaches over and picks up Jeremy Stryker by the scruff of the neck and opens the door and phew out into the front. And
He just like waddles around to the back to wherever they went.
You go to the alleyway. Ashes, you're the first to see this. They're probably like a good 500, 600 ants and locusts and various insects. You see more, there's like flies that are coming in from the trash, and they're like, and they're flying down over the ants. And they're all appear to be going to the back of the building and down an alleyway toward another building.
He's gonna continue to follow. This is a little bit too weird, even for him.
Okay. After you follow them for about 5 minutes, and it's really like because they're insects, you're a lot bigger than they are. Like you're able to catch up to the head of the line, and you see actually this big spider. Like he's like not tarantula size, but he's quite a bit larger, and he's in the front, and he's like just kind of walking, and he has this little red crystal that's on the top of his head, and he's just kind of like walking along.
Does it look like he has? I don't know. He knows where he's going.
He does seems to be. He is not wandering. He's going very straight line somewhere. But you're having to walk slow enough that everybody else catches up to you pretty easily. And all the bugs, you get to a burned out building, and they seem to be crawling over to one of the burned timbers that had crashed down from the ceiling and are crawling underneath it. And then all the insects kind of gather around, and they're like, "Yeah, let's go in here. Let's go in here. There's gonna be food here. I hope so. I smell something cooking. I don't know. Something's in there. Yum."
I'm gonna sniff the air. I don't know if anyone else is gonna sniff the air, but I'm gonna sniff the air.
I
Okay.
want to bap at the flies.
Okay. Bap, 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 bap.
Jeremy's eating insects. He's got like a handful of them. He's like,
Good source of protein.
Yeah, CeeCee like picks up her hat and she's got some grubs she keeps for snacks up there and puts her hat back on. And the insects just kind of pile around and they seem to be going underneath it, but they're not coming out the other side. They're disappearing under the lumber.
Ooh, roll a 5.
And you kind of like, what are y'all doing?
Bap,
Bap, bap, bap.
Can I catch one?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Where you going?
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Where you going?
Let me go. Let me go.
Where you going?
Let me go.
I'm gonna let you go if you tell me where you're going and what's going on.
I'm going to play.
Play.
We were told to go to the circus. Is what they called it. I don't know what a circus is though.
Okay.
Do I know what a circus is?
You know it's where humanoids go to have fun.
Okay. Have fun.
Okay.
Yeet!
And he just like and dives underneath the underneath the burned out timber.
You're going to a circus? I think it's the place where humanoids like put their shinies and they play with like the little thingies, and sometimes they get more shinies and sometimes they don't, and they go out in the parking lot to cry. Maybe that's not the same kind of circus.
that sounds stupid.
A grasshopper comes up. Twing, twing, twing.
Hey, are you going to the circus?
Is it the gambling place?
No, what's gambling?
Heard the word once.
I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
everybody's going, so I'm going to go too. That's like, I feel like, I got this innate sense that I need to follow my instincts and go to this place.
Ashes is going to look around the vicinity to see if it actually is a place where humans are going.
It is not. They appear. This is a place where humans probably died. Like there was like a bad fire, and you can see evidence of people fighting in the past here. Does Ashes have any ghost kind of like abilities, like Lapis
He
does?
would be able to sense dead.
Yeah, you think that somebody died here possibly recently?
I don't think it's the circus that they're going after.
Well, that's
Pretty
good
sure
because that
there's-
circus didn't sound very fun at all.
Pretty sure there's a dead body in there, and I think they are going there to devour it.
I mean, if I didn't have any food, I probably would do that too.
You see a bunch of inchworms coming around a corner and they look up at you. Hey, let's go. I hear this buzzing in my head, like somebody's telling me to go. Let's go. Do you hear the buzzing?
Do I hear the buzzing?
You don't.
The only buzzing I hear is the flies.
Oh, come on. We gotta do what the voice tells us to do. Let's go. And they crawl underneath the timber and disappear.
It's not a good thing. Me and CeeCee, as well as a pseudo dragon and a frog, once had to deal with these sorts of red crystalline things that one spider up ahead had.
Yeah, that CeeCee says. Yeah, the red crystal makes them all crazy and evil.
Oh, so they're going to an evil place?
We gotta stop them.
We
They
gotta
could hurt our
either-
humans.
They do have the potential to hurt humans.
I will not let them hurt Jeff.
I mean, Yeah.
All right, look, I mean, I'm not particularly fond of Ava, but I don't necessarily want anybody to hurt her. So, whatever, let's go.
Going to try to find a way either to go underneath the hole or
It looks like there's a hole underneath it, but right now, just because the heavy timber is across it, it's hard to get to it. It's just lying on the ground.
All right, all right, all right, everybody, back up, back up, back up. Jeremy like swaggers up to the where it is. He's like, if there's one thing I'm good at, shing, it's digging holes. When he just starts using his special ability to dig like crazy to make a big enough hole for us to get into.
I'd like you to roll a pet roll. Because this is something you're preparing to do, and also you're an expert at it, you can roll 3d6.
I'm going to roll for everybody who's watching and listening to my beer dice, my special beer dice. I get to roll all three of them. Here we go. Woohoo! And my high was 6, but I got 2 3s, which is my number.
Yep.
So I don't know if it's better for me to take my number.
2 successes, and you can ask me an intuitive question.
Oh. Do I feel like I can trust these other pets I'm with? They feel trustworthy.
They seem
This,
to be. They seem
cat.
to be true to their nature. Would that be an accurate description? Definitely a CeeCee and probably Mr. Mayhem.
You look over to Mr. Mayhem and they blink one eye at a time.
Okay.
and Ash is just staring at you, unblinking.
Ashes, there's something weird about
Not
Ashes.
breathing either.
Yeah, there's something weird about Ashes, but it's not the fact that, she's trustworthy or untrustworthy. So
Right. Like there's everybody. I'm getting like correct animal vibes. Ashes is something else, and I don't know what. And so I'm just gonna. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Then he backs up. He's like, "All right, we should be able to get in now."
And there's a big. It seemed to open up like you dug enough deep down that it opens up into a pretty deep, big tunnel, deep under the ground, probably a good 4 or 5 feet. And you could easily, Jeremy Stryker, you'll have to like be on all fours. You can't walk on your hind legs, but you can definitely get through.
Jeremy will.
Yeah. Who goes first? Jeremy?
Jeremy's there. He'll go in
Okay.
first because he's
Dives in.
Ashes will probably go right up behind.
Mr. Mayhem will take the caboose.
Mr. Mayhem, can I ride on your back? I'm really small.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hop. Glides over. And as you're going down this dark tunnel, and you could hear, can you dig it? Yes, he can. Going down this dark tunnel, and the smell of burnt wood kind of like recedes a little bit as you go further and further down the tunnel. But up ahead, you hear the noise of cheering and clapping and kind of like singing, like buzzing, like there's like this buzzing noise, but they're actually like singing and making music. And you continue down to the tunnel more, and you come out at the side of this huge, for your relative size, amphitheater, holding thousands upon thousands of bugs in the stadium. There seems to be like little tunnels going off to like an offstage area, but in the middle of the seats of like these little benches where all these bugs, all different kinds of bugs, locusts, spiders, flies, termites, glowworms, inchworms, earthworms, you name it, they seem to have been called here, and they're not fighting one another. But in the middle of the auditorium are these 3 little wooden platforms, And sitting on each of the platforms are three rats. One has kind of like white whiskers. One has an ear that's been chewed off. And the other in the center is a white furred, pink eyed. And growing out of their heads, each is like a glowing red crystal that seems to be pulsing. And you see in the center, there's like in the center of the amphitheater, like the ring of the circus, you see these two large rodents, like little, like basically like fat mice, rats, but they have like really almost like they're groundhogs. So they have those big kind of like yellow incisors, and they are tossing and juggling these pill bugs. They're back and forth, and the crowd is cheering. And you notice, I would make normally if this was D&D, I'd have you make an insight roll, but I'm just going to tell you. You see that the three rats are like watching very intently, and the gems on their head are glowing brightly as they're watching them. The rats that are like tossing the pill bugs back and forth, and you go hey ho, hey ha ha, like Bugs Life kind of style. They are not. They don't have any crystals on them, but you see their eyes kind of gleam with magic ashes, especially since you have a high magic number. What do you do?
I don't know about the other two, but Ashes is going to try and creep closer because he knows that those gems are not good.
Mm-hmm.
And the faster we kill these things and possibly bury them for good, the better. He's going to try to be as quiet as possible and get closer to the stage.
Okay. There is kind of like a back. It's the way that amphitheater. There is kind of tunnels that lead away from the big giant amphitheater area, but you can kind of go out into one and then go around and maybe come out toward the back. What do the rest of you do?
Oh man, it is so hard, right? Because like there's these pig bug these like little pill bugs that are just going beep 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 beep, and it's like really I would really like to bap that. But
Okay.
like if I do that, I'm gonna be front and center stage, and I don't like that idea. But I really want to bab the pill bugs. Oh gosh. Going to hold back for
Okay.
now.
Jeremy.
Yeah. So this is what passes for entertainment here. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And he just looks around and tries to find a spot to sit down.
There is.
And he'll shove people out of the way
Mm-hmm.
with his honey badger butt. And he's like, yeah, move over.
Okay. And you see some ants like,
Yeah, don't smush me, don't smush me. No.
And he just sits there, like plunks down,
okay.
crosses his arms, and he's like, yeah, entertain us now. There we go. Yeah. Woo-hoo.
And you hear like there's this earthworm kind of coiled up next to you, and he turns up to you and says, okay, that the pill bugs, that's Roberto and Humberto. They're really good. Like I can't believe that. Like I kind of like I thought that people were going to eat the pill bugs, but they rolled up in the balls and they didn't get eaten. But those rodents are just pushing them around. It's really fun.
Well, hang on, let me check. Do I have a sign? Do I have a sign on me?
No, what's a
Am
sign?
I wearing a sign that says I care? Because I don't. So shut up and watch the show, you annoying worm.
He's like, fine, okay. I'm just, ugh.
Oh no, I've lost a friend in a worm. Ooh. And he reaches over and he's like, and grabs the worm and just goes, just eats him.
Yep. Okay. Tell mother I loved her. Spaghetti. Ashes. The tunnel around the edge of the amphitheater. You see back there is this praying mantis, very large, almost as big as your head, and she's back there, and she's doing this like she's like ba 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 ba. Oh, hello. My name is Hannah Anna. I'm about to sing. How are you?
Confused.
Why are you confused?
Why are you going to sing? What is this purpose?
I did not know I could sing, and I was going to eat my lunch, and my mate. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, but boop, off with the heads. But I felt this buzzing in my head, and I had to come here, and then I hear this voice in my head saying, "I can sing." And that my name was Hannah Anna. I did not know that.
I would take some singing lessons if I were you before doing this and potentially embarrassing yourself.
Oh, but I'm really good at it. I know that. I feel it in my head. At least the voice tells me that I am.
See that voice in there? That's just intrusive thoughts. You shouldn't listen to those. Just go back home.
I'd like you to make a magic roll.
5.
5. If you're doing magic number, it needs to be under your number. Your number under, so that's a failure actually. The you get a sense that Hannah Anna is there's something that she's like being controlled. You think there's some sort of mental magic shit going on right now. So
Got it.
but she definitely says, but I will miss my chance of becoming a star. And her wings flutter out, and she clicks her mandibles and her big giant claws. So what talent do you have? Are you going to perform?
You'll see a performance of something. Now, if you will excuse me. And he's going to continue off.
Okay. The pillbugs finish their performance, and they kind of pop out and take a big bow, and then the rodents go over there and like and eat them. And they're like, "No, Roberto, no!" And the rodents take a bow and you see their eyes glowing, and the big red crystals glowing as they take the bow that are on the three. And you hear like huge applause, like the it's like these insects are doing human activity type stuff, like they're actually like putting their legs together to clap. It just looks weird.
Why are these guys sitting in the middle doing nothing?
Oh no, it's pretty strange though.
Like
I've
if
never seen-
if I wanted to look at someone just sitting and doing nothing, like I could go basically anywhere.
And then suddenly from the ceiling, a big tarantula comes down, and he's got a little top hat on. And he says, definitely was, Humberto and Roberto, with, sorry, what was their names? That was Rash and Dash and their juggling act. And the rats bow again. There's huge applause. And coming up next, we have the beautiful singing voice of Hannah Anna, brought to you with the light of Bree, the glowworm. And you see a glowworm above the stage, and she has basically like a dog cone around her body, and she lights up, and a spotlight comes down, and suddenly Hannah Anna comes out and starts to sing. And it's very seductive and very like she's kind of like going around, and every once in a while she'll go up to an insect and like snap, and its head will like phew, go flying off, but nobody seems to mind. Jeremy and
Hey, this is strange. This is right strange.
People go over here to get their heads snapped off.
Is that what they do in a human circus? In a
I
people
don't know.
circus?
I thought they gambled money and then lost it all, and then went to cry in the parking lot.
You can't. Do they cry because they don't have a head?
I mean, can you cry if you don't have a head?
I don't cry.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure Stryker doesn't cry.
When was the last time you cried?
I've never cried.
I cried this morning.
CeeCee's like, I don't believe you. I think you've cried. You just need a hug.
and CeeCee like jumps up, stretches out her legs, and like does the whole like boom, sugar glider, flies over and lands, and just like
I think right as she comes close, Jerry just puts a paw up, not with his claws out, just paw up, and she like is on his paw, like so he's like holding her. So she's hugging his paw, and he's like, "No, it's fine. I have enough emotional attachment with my person. It's fine. That's okay. They're there." And he can't like get her off his paw. He's like, "Yeah, all right, yeah." So anyway, back to these like weird creature little bugs. Everybody's this is. I've seen a lot. I've eaten a lot of bugs. I've seen a lot of bugs, and the bugs don't act this way.
No.
it's very unusual because they're not really paying attention to you. Like there's like all these, you're kind of the biggest things in here, even with the rats. And surely the rats have noticed you, but the red gems are like glowing so brightly, and they seem to be super focused on what's happening in the
The
middle
only
of
one
the
who
rain.
noticed you was the worm.
Yeah, probably a bad idea. Hey, CeeCee, you
Yeah.
said that you and Ashes have met up with these kind of other animals.
Yeah,
what
there was a
has
bunch
the
of rats in
reds?
my person's basement, like sub basement. Actually, it's like sub basement. It's like 3 basements. It goes down really low, but it flooded, and there was these swimming rats, and there was this, and then suddenly there was this monkey, and the monkey came out of the water, and the monkey had a crown of red gems, just like that.
There's no monkey here.
No, no monkey here.
Right, and but the red gems is a bad thing.
Red gems are a bad thing. It's like it makes them mean and evil.
All right, and so Jeremy's gonna look around for Ashes.
Ashes is gone. Ashes.
Yeah.
You come around the corner, and there's this mean tomcat, like one eye, like just like fur patches that are gone because it's been in so many fights, bite marks on its ear.
Hey, Fox.
Cat.
What are you doing down here?
What are you doing down here? I'd ask you the same thing.
I'm protecting the rats.
And what do they need protection from? Seems like everybody is enthralled in their little charade.
He laughs at the word enthralled. You see, give me a second. What's his name? What are the names?
So the white rat, Gerard, he pays me well in mice. He's going to bring me all the mice I want if I make sure nothing gets to him and his two buddies. They're doing a test, you know. That's what they told me. A test.
What sort of test are they doing?
I don't know. I just thought about all of those mice I'm going to eat. Yum, 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 yum.
You would rather have mice than perhaps a person who would love and take care of you for the rest of your days?
You look at me. No human is going to love me.
I've met a monkey who threw their feces at someone, and yet they still wanted that monkey back. Pretty sure you have a good shot.
Well, let me finish this job first, and I'll see about finding a human. I just really want those mice.
I mean, there's 3 rats right there.
Yeah, but I tried to jump them when they first asked me to help them out, but they did something to my mind. Like everything went black, and I passed out. And when I woke up, they were all 3 sitting on top of me, like pulling my ear, my tail. I didn't like that. I tried to fight back, and they did it again. So
interesting.
So now I just do what they tell me to do.
Don't you find that's a little demeaning for your kind?
I don't mind. Besides, I've already had a few mice as to let me know what I was getting myself into. And now I work for them.
Interesting. And Ashes is going to look up to see if there's any, like, what are those things that hold up light structures up top? Like above the theaters and stuff?
Oh, like a little, like, the lighting rack, the, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Is there anything above where the rats are?
No, it's all over the only thing that's lighting that area is like the red crystals from their heads. The lighting rack appears to be directly above the circus, the ring of the circus.
Okay. I was trying
I
to
know what
figure
you're
out
going
if I
for.
could
I
just
know what you're going
drop
for.
something
Yes,
on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashes is going to look out into the crowd and see if he can spot Mr. Mayhem and Jeremy.
Yeah, they're across the
CeeCee.
way. You kind of like did a big circle.
Can they see me? Is the question from here.
I had dark vision.
You're a cat. You do have dark vision.
Yeah.
I don't know. How's the sight for a honey badger? That's a good question.
It's a reasonable question.
Yeah.
Let me take that. Let's see. Honey badger sight. Yeah. That's a good question. They can see stuff. But
They do have eyes.
They usually only attack when they're surprised by predators because they have poor eyesight. So yeah.
No. So Jeremy
no.
does not. You see CeeCee wrapped around and hugging. It looks like hugging Jeremy's hand, his paw. But Mr. Mayhem just locks eyes with you and can see you very clearly.
Hi.
There's another cat. Right across there. Maybe you two could work together.
After the show. I'm told it's going to be a very, very fun experience.
I'm sure it is.
Do you need me over there?
I'm trying to figure out how that's gonna look as a cat doing that. Like,
paw, 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 paw.
The tail's like
Tail pointing.
Yeah.
Ashes is going to sit and stare at Mr. Mayhem, and then like kind of turn around and look like very animated. Turn around to kind of just glide their head over to look at the other cat.
Okay. The cat, who has a collar on, it says Old Cur, C-U-R. And
the collar is kind of like the leather is rotting away. It's old. The cat just kind of glances back. It's like, not letting you through.
Okay, I'm gonna move it over.
Do you go around?
Yeah, I'm gonna go around.
Okay. Um,
Hey,
You
you
s-
coming, Mr. Jeremy? Toy car,
Stryker,
toy
Stryker.
car, toy car.
Try
No.
Kurt.
Yeah, I'll get. Yeah, fine.
Okay,
Whatever.
pitter patter over there.
Okay. As you do, the praying mantis, after snapping off a couple more heads, like leaves and like bows and waves to the audience who's going crazy. And she stops singing, and the glowworm up there, like light stops, and you see as the light kind of like dims out, you see about 8 or 9 glowworms, all with the cones on, like up in the lighting rack up there.
Just feel like that was an okay
Grid.
performance, but it was a bit derivative.
What, you didn't like my voice?
Shit, she heard.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, it's not high enough. My name is Hannah Anna. Who are you?
You're breaking up with
Sorry.
Yeah,
your
it's
mic
too
is
high.
just like it's peaking.
My name is Hannah Anna. Who are
Hannah
you?
Montana, you said?
Hannah Anna. Hannah Anna.
Hannah, okay. Hannah, okay.
Are you
But
talent?
I have business over there, but I would love to interview you later.
Your press? I don't know what that means.
Yes.
But okay. I would love an interview. I like to talk and sing.
Yeah, you do that beautifully.
And around your feet in ashes, you see this too, coming from smaller cracks in the wall. You see about 30 or 40 large-ish ants. They're like bigger than a normal ant, but big black ants. They come out and they have like little carts tied to their backs, and inside the cart is a locust, and the locust has a little whip, and they're all kind of going out and lining up behind a line that's on the ground outside.
They're gonna be racing.
Yeah, apparently it's going to be a race. They have to avoid obstacles, though. I don't know what the obstacles are.
All right, I'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye.
And Jeremy and CeeCee and Mr. Mayhem get back to Ash's. He's like, the cat looks over. Old Kerr. Oh, you have friends. You're still not getting past me.
You sure, man?
And suddenly you hear a big shout as the ants start racing in big circle around the amphitheater, and the locusts are like snapping their whips, and the 3 rats are throwing trash at them. And sometimes the rats get hit and kind of knocked over and squished, and sometimes the rats get distracted and start eating the trash and trying to carry the trash back away. But you see, it seems that the 2 rats and 2 normal like brown rats, are racing, like they're somehow controlling the ants, and they're like competing against one another, and like the white rat's just sitting back looking. And he's got a wicked smile, and his whiskers are twitching.
All right, Ulker, what are you getting out of this deal?
Bunch of mice.
Bunch of mice?
He actually reaches behind him and pulls out a little mouse, like a baby mouse.
Could I
Yeah,
interest you in
I'll give you
something
this
else?
one if you go away. And the mouse
I
is
got
like,
something
no,
more interesting if you go away.
I'm not going anywhere. I
I'm
have
going
a job
to
to
grab
do.
my stuffed mouse, and I will open it with my claw, and I will show a little bit of catnip inside.
The catnip. He looks at it, like his eyes get big and dilated. He's like,
Yeah.
what is that? Is that
We
what I
haven't-
think it is?
Don't tell the cops. So, you could have that.
I mean, we could share. I could have a little of that. You could have a little bit of this, and like little mouse, the little mice.
No, I mean, you could have like, I could give you a few grams if you just like get.
What's a gram?
It's an
It's an old. It's an old lady, right? Isn't that like an old lady?
Yeah, it's a grand. Like we use that, like it's the whole like American measurement system is so weird. Like we have like we measure in grandmas now.
He thinks about it. He's like, I
Come
think
on,
I would
old
need.
cur. It's been a while since you've had it. Pretty sure your last owner would have given you some prior.
Suddenly, I'd like Mr. Mayhem to make a pet roll as you're trying to convince old Kerr.
Is
Can I
that
add-
planned or
And
not?
because Ashes is helping you, it's an additional D6.
So wait, I have how many dice?
Get one dice, and you're preparing. This is something that's not a reaction or a surprise.
Yeah.
You get 2 dice, and because Ashes is aiding you, that's 3 dice.
Okay.
Ashes,
I need
how
to
are you
roll-
aiding? Basically, what you just said to, you're kind of
Mm-hmm.
convinced.
2 or above. So that's 6, 5, and a 1. So that's 2 successes.
Okay, 2 successes. Old Kerr looks at it, and his eyes are just like big, and he can smell the catnip. He wants it so badly. And he starts to go away, and then suddenly his eyes just suddenly shrink down, and he kind of start glowing red. And you look behind him, and the white rat is looking over at all of you,
Hi.
and you see it's like it's a crystal on its head is like glowing so brightly and strong. It's almost like bright enough to shine onto the racing, which is the race is almost over.
I mean, he moved out of the way, right?
He's frozen. He's kind of frozen in the way.
Okay.
Ashes is probably going to start to dart to the rat, and as he does, he's going to say, "Don't touch the red crystals they have. They can get inside your skin."
Right. If Ashes is rushing the rat, what Mr. Mayhem will do is grab their mouse and just like shove it in the cat's face.
Okay. Old Kerr, he's like frozen, can't move, but his whiskers like nose twitches, and he's like tongue's trying to flick out, but he's like frozen and he can't do anything about it, but the catnip has affected him. Okay. Jeremy, what are you doing?
Oh, Jeremy's like, oh, all right. Well, I guess we're doing this. Shing! And he like just pops the big claws and
Like
just
Wolverine.
runs. Yeah, basically.
Um,
He's like, I'm the best at what I do, and what I do is dig, but I fight pretty good too. And so then he like runs forward, and he's gonna like whoever's in his way first. He's fearless.
You see
he's
two-
a honey badger.
You're like Ashes and Jeremy. You rush past and you see these 2 grasshoppers. One of them is wearing, like, they're standing on their hind legs, and one of them is wearing a tutu. And like they got like their big jumping legs have like ballet slippers on, and they are like kind of like, oh, get out of the way as you rush past. And I would like for you, Jeremy and Ashes, as you are you rushing across the remnants of the race? Are you like rushing
yeah.
through the circle? Okay, you get up to them. What do you do? You have the full attention of all 3 rats.
Definitely going to try to like bat any of them that are close to me
Mm-hmm.
against like a wall or something.
Okay, they are because you're in like the
Or like
bottom of the
pounce at 'em.
amphitheater, and they're up in the stands a little bit, so you have to kind of like jump up into it, and there's a wall behind it. But as you do that, as you see them, as you're getting close and starting to jump up, you see behind them this lizard gecko kind of come up, and he has like come up behind him, and he has no crystal on his head, but his tail is made entirely of red crystal. And he looks at you and says in Bongwater's voice, "I remember you." And the gecko's eyes kind of like flit around different, like, "You were there in the basement, weren't you, with all the water? What are you trying to do, spoil all my fun down here?" And the gecko holds out a red crystal, and suddenly Bongwater's image appears out of it.
This is so fucking funny.
Obi-Wan, you're my only hope.
Yeah. "This is my servant, Sin the gecko, and he is here to oversee my experiment up here. Why have you come? Have you been called?"
I've not been called, but I'm here to stop whatever the hell this is.
"This is an experiment. I will be taking over this town." Hey, stop. Bongwater, the king, says,
Oh my god, okay, just for the podcast people here, Bill has a monkey puppet, and as Bongwater was talking, was doing all of it. Like
Bill's been
lip
waiting for
flopping
this
and
moment for a
moving.
long time.
Oh yeah, I gotta build a little crystal crown for him so he can just hang out in the background there.
Fucking amazing.
The little image of the king, of the monkey king, says,
Sun Wukong?
"Huh?" Oh.
Sun Wukong, the Monkey King.
The says, "This is only a test to see the control that I hold over all of these insects. Billions upon billions of insects, and they are under the control of my friends. And we will take over this city, all of the humans. And look!" And suddenly, every insect in the stands stops moving, and they all turn to look at the three of you. What do you do?
So wait, let me get this straight. All these insects is controlled by your like little minion puppet pets here.
Yeah.
And so he just looks at whatever the closest crystal imbued pet is.
All it is because the insects don't have any crystal except for that one spot.
Right, but like the three rats.
Yeah, there's
The
two
three
rats.
Three
rats
rats
in
and a
the-
gecko.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. So he looks at like whichever rat's closest to him,
Yeah.
since he kind of ran that direction, and he's like, "So then this would be a problem." And he just like, and he like tries to stab the rat. Because I think Jeremy's figured out he can't control it if he doesn't have the guys that control it. So he's just gonna try to
Okay.
kill a thing that controls it.
So make a pet roll because this is a physical activity.
2 dice
2 dice.
because I'm prepared. And
Yeah.
okay. 2 3s, and that is my number.
Okay. You can ask any question as well. You succeed.
Do I believe? Will killing Bongwater's lieutenants stop the immediate threat?
You look at it. I would like for you. Okay. You see that the one that you kind of stabbed with your, it kind of like stabs and it kind of like dodges to the side, and you see it kind of like hurt, but it as you stab your claws into it, But you see that the crystal on its head has a tiny thread and it goes around and ties underneath the chin. And it looks like all three rats have, or basically have tied crystals to their head. The gecko,
Like little birthday hats.
yeah, and the gecko, but the gecko does have a real attached tail.
So as the rat pulls back and I see the string, I'll just be like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know about Sporky Tail, but these guys are just wearing little party hats." And so, like, you know, he probably, like, as he pulls his claw back, try to like shing off the.
Well, that'd be a second action. So
That'd be my next turn. That's like
next
that's
turn.
his intention next time. Yeah.
Ashes and Mr. Mayhem, what do you do?
Definitely
CeeCee
going to attack the gecko by pouncing on it.
Okay, you jump up into the stands. Okay.
I thought I was already up there. That's how we talked.
Oh no, you were like the stand. You're like at the bottom of this, like at the bottom of the stands, and it's up because you were like came across the circle, came to the bottom of the
I
stands.
thought one of the white rat was like just behind the tomcat.
Yeah.
No, because remember when you said you were looking across the ring at Mr. Mayhem? Like so.
Yeah, and then we crossed over. We went all the way across.
Yeah, we went over. Like,
oh, because you went over. You're all over with them. You basically they're all in front of you, basically, up in the stands a little bit. So you just have to jump up. All I'm saying is that you have to jump up to them. So.
Do you need me to throw you?
I mean, you could do it. I'm just saying that it's happening in the stands. Is what in my mind. That's
I thought we were already in the stands. That's how we were able to.
No,
see
you ran over
everything
to the stands. I mean, yeah. You're at the bottom. Think of it like bleachers, where it's like they're back a little ways. I mean, it's like you're in the stands, but they're higher up.
I can't see it, but it's fine.
They're on a higher bleacher, basically.
It's like stadium seating.
Yeah.
And you're in the stands, and they're up here.
Yeah.
Like a few rows up in the stands.
I just thought we were behind because that's where they.
Yeah, I thought we were behind bleachers as well.
Yeah.
Well, there was a big circle, like you were behind the set, and you're trying to get to the back behind the bleachers. But then you ran out because remember you said you saw Mr. Mayhem across
Ron,
the
I'm
ring.
gonna need a drawing of that.
But I didn't move.
Okay, where's roll 20 for our game that uses 6-siders and has one stat? What's happening here?
Yeah, because I didn't move. I just said.
But you all said
like,
you moved, right?
No, I didn't. I said, can I look, or like, can I see them from where I am? And you said, yeah. So I didn't move, but Mr. Mayhem went to me.
Yeah, Mr. Mayhem and Jeremy did move around to go to Ashes.
I never moved, like from.
Okay.
Ashes was still with the big cat.
Yeah. It's fine. It doesn't matter. But it's like it's just because it's a big melee about to happen anyway. So,
Right.
So you're pouncing on the gecko.
Mhm.
Okay. Make a pet roll, physical.
Damn it, 5.
Okay.
Wait, no, is it? No, it is good.
Pet is good. Yeah, you want pet to be over, and you want magic to be
Yes.
under. Yes. So you pounce on the gecko, and the gecko's like you've got it, your hand, your claw, your paws around it, and you're trying to get. What are you trying to do? To just pounce on him, and knock him to the ground?
Well, I have a bunch of. I weigh, and geckos don't weigh that much
No.
compared to me.
No.
And their bones are easily snappable, by the way. So I'm trying to snap its spine or head or any part of its body.
Okay.
Right, Ashes, hold him down. I'm going in with a people's elbow.
You've got him
You have a
pinned to the
person's
ground.
elbow?
Just because there's no hit points for any of we don't have hit point stats. You pin him down. He's like, no, let me up. Mr. Mayhem, what do you do?
I mean, I got this guy who's probably stoned on catnip.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do my little graceful cat hop until till to get wherever Ashes and that gecko are.
Uh-huh.
And if cats were bigger, there would be an apex predator. Like they're
A what?
an apex predator.
Oh, got it.
if you will.
Yes.
It would be top of the food chain if they would be bigger. They're not.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to claw the shit out of that cat. Well, that gecko's whatever.
Okay.
My claws are sharp.
Okay, make a physical roll.
Would there be a die involved if Ashes is holding that guy down?
I am being helpful.
Yeah, you are helpful, so add another d6.
Well, that's 3 successes.
Yay.
Yay.
A 4, and a 6.
Okay, nice. Okay. With Ashes holding him down, and you've got your claw is kind of digging into the gecko. And the gecko's like, no. I would like the rats. Okay, I'm trying to think. It's the rat's turn. The 2 rats scramble out of the stand and start running over to where you are. And the white rat, the glow stops, and you just see old Kerr fall over, and his eyes just he's starts purring really loudly. Yeah, as the catnip hits him. And you hear the white rat like, "Damn it! Fight! You have to protect us!" Like go away. He purrs loudly. Stoned out of his mind. The 2 rats. With the little crystals on their heads. They look out into the crowd, and you just see all of the insects start to boil over, and they're all kind of coming in a wave at all 3 of you. The gecko, Ashes, make a knowledge roll.
Magical
knowledge roll. Make a magic roll. Yeah.
Oh no, my dice. It went inside of my Kirby slipper.
No.
Sentence I thought I wouldn't hear
It
my
fell.
whole life.
It's 2.
Okay, and you want it to be under, so yes. You think that this tail, it's weird. You think that it could come off. It'd be ripped away from the gecko.
But that would mean touching it.
Yeah. But
Unlike everyone else, we do not have opposable thumbs.
No. But the gecko is screaming, in Bongwater's voice. You hear, "We're going to overrun the city with bugs and stinging things, and we will take over, and we will get all the crystals." And you've got him down there, and you just feel bones starting to crunch as you're both sitting on top of the gecko.
Bug spray does exist.
Jeremy, what do you do?
Seeing that the rats are running to go help the gecko and might be attacking the other pets I'm here with, Jeremy's intention is to run up and grab, in each hand, grab a rat,
Mm-hmm.
and then pick them up and go and shake them so the little hats fall off.
Make a physical roll. Make a physical roll.
Okay. Is that two dice?
Yeah.
Because I'm initiating, not reacting.
Yes,
Is that
correct.
how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. And is this pet stuff?
And this is pet stuff. Yeah.
Magical stuff. Okay. I got a 1, which is a failure, but then I got a 3, which is my magic number.
Yay! Awesome. Would you like to ask a question as you succeed?
Yes. Always ask a question. What does it? Do I think that this bong water monkey guy thing, um, like could actually do that? Does it look like? Is there enough like influence being exerted just by the rats wearing the little hat
Yeah,
things over that?
yeah.
Like, could that really happen?
Yeah, it looks like that because all of the insects that were making all of this noise in applauding have suddenly just become kind of zombie-like and are starting to pour
Okay.
over the attack you. Yeah, you
So
think
the threat is real.
the threat is real. Yes.
Okay. He's just shaking the
I'm gonna
rats.
say one of the hats falls off, and you
Okay.
see its eyes kind of
That's
get
fair.
big. This is the one with like the half ear, and he kind of
Mhm.
like it falls off, thump, falls to the ground, and the glow goes away, and one side of the insects, like one side of the crowd, stop, and they kind of look at each other, and you see some like the red and black ants start to fight each other in the back that were like calmly sitting next to another, like the control is gone. But the other side is still kind of advancing. It's like, no, no, you hear Bongwater say through the voice of the gecko. Ashes.
Yes. Seeing that the bones are breaking slowly, Ashes is going to try to pounce one more time, but kind of get uh the lower half of its body
Uh-huh.
like injured.
Yeah. Okay, make a physical roll, pet roll.
Nope. 3.
That you get 2 dice because this is something you're preparing to do. So.
Yay! 6.
Yeah, you get 1 success. You're able to. You can't separate the tail from the body, but you think you basically like hear a crack in one of the gecko's legs as you're just like tearing into it.
As long as he dies.
You see the crystal kind of like growing up its tail and kind of onto its body a little bit as you're doing that.
Okay. I'm going to make sure that I don't.
Yep, it's easy to do with that roll you made. It's you just like
Yeah.
Mr. Mayhem.
Am I going to live up to my name? Because I have something that I could do. But I don't know how it
You can do
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
Yeah, okay. Well, I am going to with Ashes being on top of the freaking gecko, I will be a fucking animal. And I will try to snap his spine with my teeth above the
Okay.
I really want to like like when a cat brings you a dead mouse and it's just like all fucking mangled. That's what
Yeah.
I want to do.
Okay, make a physical roll. You are preparing to do this, and Ashes
Is on top of that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I rolled my magical number along with a 3 and a 4, so that's 3 successes.
Okay. With
my magical number is
yeah, with a crack, the head.
I just want to know exactly where to bite. That's what I want to know, Ron.
Yeah, and you like bite on the head of behind the neck of the gecko, and its eyes are like permanently pointing different directions, and suddenly it's like stops moving, and you hear no.
I will look up with my maw just like dripping with gecko blood.
And the crystal that was in the gecko's hand kind of rolls out, and you hear a voice coming from it saying, "Pets, I will get you. I will come up there and break all of your necks." And suddenly the crystal kind of like, and you hear a crack as the crystal breaks and is no longer working. And the crystal that was growing up from the spine stops working, stops growing up the body. So there's one rat plus the white hair.
Horde of insects.
Yeah, and a horde of insects. The other rat, the one that Jeremy couldn't stop, suddenly it's like, to me, to me. We're all that's left. We have to protect the king. If the we have to do this for the king. And suddenly the insects just start pouring over toward you. I'd like everybody to make a physical roll to remain on your feet. Kind of get bowled over by the wall of insects.
6, baby.
Yeah, this is a reaction, so yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I made my pet stuff roll.
Okay.
I made a 4.
I did not.
Okay. Ashes,
No!
you were suddenly like 2 locusts and a grasshopper like bling jump into your body and you weren't expecting it and knock you over away from the gecko.
Son of a bitch.
The white looks around. The white rat looks around and is like, "No, no, no!" and starts running back up the corridor where you came, and you see the insects that have snapped out of the spell. Looking, is like, "Who is that? Oh, that's a cat. What?" And they're all like, some of them are scared, some of them are fighting. The spiders are just like jumping up and like climbing the walls and getting the fuck out of there. Jeremy, what do you do?
So I have one rat without a hat and one rat still with a hat.
Yeah.
Is there another rat that ran off?
There was the white furred rat, like the albino rat.
Right, but he still has a crown.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jeremy sees one of the rats doesn't have the crown anymore. So he just throws him off the side while he continues to shake the other one and get down. Yeah. Just try to get the crown to fall off.
Make a physical roll. Make a pet roll.
A 6. One success.
Yeah. And the other crown flies off, hits the wall, and like breaks into some shards and fall down to the ground. The rat kind of goes, "What's, huh?" and looks at you, stunned, like a spell had been broken.
Where's your friend going?
He's going back. He's going back toward the end. He's going back down below. He's escaping.
Just like he grabs him and like turns the rat so he's facing away from him. He's like, "All right, show us."
That way.
Come on, everybody. The rat's getting away. He wants the rat to like direct him where to go.
Mr. Mayhem has not fallen to the come on, the insects, right?
Yeah.
You ever seen a cat run on zoomies?
Yes.
I will dash after the freaking rat.
Oh, so you dash. Ashes, what do you do?
Ashes is gonna get up from being knocked off the gecko and gonna start following the others.
Uh-huh. Okay. You start following the others. All of the insects have stopped moving and are like basically becoming normal insects and kind of freaked out and doing their own thing. What was I gonna say? So the white rat runs down the corridor. I'm gonna make a physical roll for him. See how well he does. 1. He runs pretty fast, and he is able to.
Isn't 1
for
a
physical
failure because you have to roll above?
Sorry, I messed up. 1. Yes, it is failure because he was trying to run pretty fast. The insects are getting in his way. Like he's trying to get to the exit, and the insects are getting in his way. That's what's happening. So y'all's turn. Zephyr, what are you doing? You're holding the rat, and the rat's pointing the way that...
Jeremy,
yes.
Yeah. The rat's going to lead us to where he's going.
Okay.
Or where I guess, Mr. Mayhem's already going.
Mr. Mayhem, you're in the lead, getting up there, and you see that this wall of pill bugs and ants are like blocking his exit, and he's just kind of like stopped. And you see the red crystals start to glow. So what do you and Ashes and Jeremy do? But Mr. Mayhem, you're in the lead, so
there's
you go first.
there's the bleachers, right? So is there like any like quote unquote like metal beams?
I mean, not metal; they're like wooden planks, but like like tongue depressors and stuff like that. But yeah,
Okay. Well, imagine in your mind's eye that it's like like metal beams, and there's a knife just going ding 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 across them, but it's a cat with claws.
yeah. The
I am going for this rat.
okay, make a physical attack.
That's a crit fail.
Okay.
2 ones.
Okay.
My claws get stuck.
Yeah. Get stuck. Ashes, what do you do?
I'm gonna try and follow behind and see what Mr. Mayhem had missed entirely. Is going to try and snap at the alive evil rat.
Yeah. Okay, make a physical roll.
That is a 5.
Okay, that's good. You knock over the rat, and the rat is on its back, and you're on top of him. He still has the crown on, and it's starting to glow.
And try, I guess, whoever can or whenever it's my next turn, I'm gonna shake them.
Okay. Jeremy, you get up to them, and you see the rat kind of point down at the ground, at the albino rat. He's right there, boss.
Thanks. Thanks.
Do you need a boss? Do you need a boss? I need a boss. You're my new boss.
He's like, nope, no thanks, no time for emotional attachments. Yeet. And he just like, whee!
And you
Throws
just
him
see
off.
all these ants, like the red and black ants, look at the rat on the ground. He's like, he made us do things, and all this pile on top of the rat, like just bugs crawling, covering him up. He's like, no. Okay.
Justice.
Ashes, I would like you to make a magic roll as you feel a little tickle in your mind I want to say that you get this at you can roll 2d6 for this because
My first roll was a 4, which is my number.
got it. Okay.
And the last roll is a 6.
Okay. So 2 successes. And what question would you like to ask?
So sometimes Lapis feels a buzz.
Yeah.
Would this initially be the same sort of buzz?
Yeah.
All right. He's preparing himself. He knows what to do.
Okay. And it feels like he tried to take over your mind and control you, but was basically just failed, could not do it because your willpower was so strong. Mr. Mayhem, what do you do? You're
Getting my claws unstuck.
You do. Boink.
And I'm going to if the rat has a little party hat on his head, I'm just gonna attempt to slip a claw under it and just go yoink.
Okay. He's squirming and Ashes on top, trying to pin him down. Make a physical roll. It's not an automatic.
That's another fun. Wait, no. My number is 2. I have a 3. Yay!
Yep. Okay. You just reach down. Bling.
And I'm going to flick it back at his nose. Just my
Okay.
claw, just bink.
Bink. And you see his nose get kind of red. And he kind of no. Okay. I surrender. Don't kill me. and you see
What's CeeCee been doing this whole time?
riding riding Mr. Mayhem on the back.
Oh my god, CeeCee was on my back the whole time.
Yeah. Boy, it's a good thing I don't get affected by catnip. It was all over the place. He like brushes the catnip. She brushes the catnip off. The rats. The other rat that was covered with the insects is getting carted away. Like the ants are just like carting away. You know, rats can carry. Ants can carry things that are much bigger than them. Like if they can do it all together. And there's a lot of them here. The rat that you're on top of. He's like, I surrender. Please don't kill me.
Now tell us where your boss is.
He's in the lake down below.
Where?
I can show you.
No, tell. I don't want to. I don't want to get jumped down there.
Okay, you go to this big hole and it goes in a big circle as you're going down. And if you're really quick, you can avoid the humanoids there. But when you get down to the bottom, there's like a humanoid with big tusks. And if you just ignore him and go to the back, there's a crack in the wall. And there's like it glows and everything, but you can push past it. And then you just you just go into the water and you swim.
Okay. And then?
But you have to have one of those, he says.
Yeah. Okay, let's.
But then.
And you swim. You swim where?
And then I swim to this. There's this bar. It's a bar.
Okay.
And
I don't know what that is, but okay.
It's like there's this woman who's like behind there, and she talks to see-through people, and Bongwater is is hiding behind the bar.
You know, the bars where we just were, where we were all.
Oh, okay.
Where tiny testicles tried to kick us out of.
No, not that,
bar.
not that place. This is underwater.
Yeah, but that's what a bar is.
Okay.
It's a different bar, where it's underwater.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fish bar.
Yeah. Well, I will say thank you for the information.
I'm gonna smack his head.
And he just goes unconscious. Or dies, depending on what.
Oh, I'm not going for unconscious, baby. Mr. Mayhem will live up to their name.
The insects just all look at what happens and went, and phew, scatter. Leaving the 3 or 4 of you alone in this busy circus.
So
CeeCee's like, what just happened?
Murder happened.
I'm gonna bring him back to Jeff. Jeff loves my presents.
I don't think M. Kesney wants anything, but I didn't really help, so. I was cheering, though. I'm really small. The bugs would have gotten me.
I'm also gonna have to get a new toy.
I'm sorry you had to sacrifice your toy.
Is old Kerr still like on the ground?
Oh, yeah, purring, asleep, like passed out asleep. With the toy, it was kind of like in shreds. And like this green herb all over his face.
You think that Smallsberry guy would want a cat that's old?
oh yeah, man, you know, he kept trying to catch us, probably because he wants a pet. So yeah, we might as well bring him some. Maybe he wants to be his pet.
You strong enough to bring him?
Oh yeah. Easy.
If you want, you could always put him on my back and I can just carry him.
It's fine. I mean, whatever. I don't care. You want to take him off, but whatever. I wonder if we should bury these crystals, though. So, like,
We should bury
no one
these
else gets
crystals.
him. And
I mean,
Jeremy will look for a spot in the gladiatorial circus pit area thing.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna dig dig a big deep hole that we can then push all the crystals
Make sure you
into.
don't touch them. Don't touch them.
Gonna get like pieces of wood and just use that to kind of
Popsicle sticks.
Yeah. It looks like the way that they were designed crudely was that there's like a small thin piece of wood underneath the crystals, so you basically wore it like a hat or didn't actually touch you. But you're still kind of like they were attuned to the crystals.
So going to ensure that there's a piece of wood in between the crystal and in the pets.
Yeah.
Your little undead claws.
So you put Old Kerr on Ash's back, and you come up through the tunnels.
I'm going to bring my broken toy as well and my rat.
You crawl out, and as you come out, there is a large cat, like huge, Mr. Mayhem. I mean, this is like bigger cat, and kind of pawing at the hole in the ground. It's a serval, and he's like sniffing.
What's
the
up,
air.
boss?
You come up, he's like, what is going on here?
I mean, threat has been taken care of.
I will have to tell my master about this.
Sure thing, boss.
Yes. Ashes.
Zephyr.
This is Zephyr.
Figure when you said serval.
Yeah. And it's like, it is good to see you again, Ashes.
'Tis wonderful to see you as well.
What have you been up to? What happened down here? I heard word of all of these insects going into this hole, and I had to check it out so I could tell my master.
Honestly, he's kind of late.
There were rats holding a circus entertainment. I don't know. But they had the evil crystals, those Cerberus assembly of fellows wanted.
Oh, my master Jamil does not like those at all. Those Cerberus assembly people.
And we took care of them. Jeremy, with his affinity for-
Stryker.
My name is Zephyr Stryker.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Zephyr.
And
Mr. Mayhem has one of the rats, but
Mr. Mayhem turns around. They were licking their crotch, just like cleaning themselves off.
you got into a fight. You got to like, clean up, take a bath.
Hey.
Zephyr kind of like turns his nose up a little bit at it, and it's like, very well. It looks like you have solved this problem. I am too late.
But if there is a way to let your master know that the mastermind behind these rats is stationed down below, would be appreciated.
Now we know exactly where they are.
I will tell Master Jamil. And he turns and looks at each of you and says, and you see like he has like a blue collar. That's the colors of the Cobalt Soul. And he like nods and says, Ashes, I will see you the next time that your mistress comes to visit.
I will see you another day.
And
Zephyr.
with a big leap, phew, up onto like a porch and then like up onto the roof, gone.
If I was bigger, I'd clear that leap.
Can you not do that now?
Maybe in 3 instead of 2.
I think you could do it.
CeeCee
No, I'm
says.
good. I just really wanna go give my gift to Jeff.
Yeah, we should get back before Kesney finishes class. And you have to give old Kerr to Smallberries.
Yes.
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 And
Yeah, whatever. Who's doing what? I mean, sure.
and you all go back to the cool flame, and you sneak back in. You go underneath, and then up through the trap door, and up behind the bar. How do you give old Kerr to Smallberries, the halfling?
What's Smallberry's doing right now?
Smallberries is currently sitting at the end of the bar. It's still late. It's not that late, so there's a few people left. It's later than it normally is. But he is having a drink, and he's regaling this dwarven woman who is the mother of Ava with tales of hearing. Jeremy, you recognize her. But he's regaling the dwarven mother with tales of heroism and daring do.
How's old Curl looking? Like, is he awake? Like?
I'm just going to roll, like, give him a Constitution score and roll a Constitution saving throw for him. Yeah, okay. He has one eye open. He's like, "Hey, yeah."
I'm just gonna like
Drool,
carefully dump him next to Smallberry's chair.
Okay, make a pet roll as you kind of like a stealth roll, basically.
Oh shit!
Back in the curtain.
5.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good roll. And you basically like go over like, thump, and old Kirk kind of rolls over on his back, and it's just like paws up, tail flicking out.
Meow.
That's the best dice cup ever.
It's not a dice cup. It's literally my slipper. My dice thing is right here.
Just put your dice in there and dump out of the slipper. The Smallberries looks down, and he hears like this loud motor going, and oh, look, where'd this cat come from? Spike? We don't have any animals in here, Spike says, covering for all of you.
Except for the bird.
Bird!
Bird!
Bird! Yeah. And the he picks up old Kerr. He's like, "I've always wanted a cat." And he puts the cat over his shoulder, and the cat is like huge and just like big bushy tail, and like it's like 20-pound cat. And he like starts petting it, and old Kerr's like, "I don't like it, but I like it," and falls asleep on top of the halfling. And the
Did a
halfling
good
is
thing
distracted the
today.
rest of the night.
That's a good deed done.
You did well, Jeremy, to bring him here.
All of the students start coming out. Ava comes out.
Jeremy! Look at you! What's that? What? You got messy.
And gets licks
You're
her
breaking
thumb.
up, Ron.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Sorry.
Yeah, you gotta turn like your original sound for musicians on in Zoom or something.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
think it's actually.
peaking.
Yeah, I think I actually turned that off, so I need to turn it on. She goes, "Jeremy, oh, you got messy," and Ava kind of comes out and like hugs you and like
Oh
squeezes you.
God! Oh, no!
You got dirty, and takes like a cloth and
No,
like
no, no,
licks
no,
licks
no,
the cloth,
no, no, no,
and
no, no, no,
starts
no, no.
rubbing it over your
No.
dirty hair.
This is quite unsanitary.
Oh,
Um,
people spit.
Jeff comes out. He's kind of like,
Gonna drop the rat.
Jeff looks down. Cool.
covered, just like the fur covered in
Yeah.
blood, like from the mouth to the chest.
Yeah. This is not the
Then-
first time that you've given...
No, and then I'm gonna drop my broken toy, and I'm gonna just.
I'll make you... I'll fix another one for you. You know I like these presents. That's cool. It's very cool.
I'm gonna climb on him.
Okay.
A bit like Ashes does for Lapis, just around the neck.
Then Kesney comes out and CeeCee jumps onto her shoulder, and Ashes, you see through the window, you see Zephyr kind of like looking at you, waving, and kind of you see Jamil walking past, walking the serval on a leash. And is there anything else you would like to do to wrap up this adventure of the Netherdeep Pets?
I don't know. It was such a delightful tale. Like, oh,
Let's call it there. That was a little early, but that was fun.
Actually, the ending would be once everybody leaves, Ashes heads up to the room, goes into Lapis's room,
Mm-hmm.
goes underneath the bed, and just kind of cuddles up between the two skeleton dogs and just rests right between them.
Did you almost call her by another name?
Maybe.
I
It's all
think
up you
as
guys know.
I think as Ava's like walking away with Jeremy, like hugging him, he's just got this absolutely annoyed look of disgust on his face, and then just for like a second, he gets this little like smile and like snuggles in. Then he's back to being really annoyed.
Oh, great game, guys. Great game. That was fun. I guess we'll just end a little early tonight unless we have something to talk about for 15 minutes.
Well, you know, we can just go on and on about.
I'm
you
so sorry to have pulled that, like, complete heel turn on you. I just realized that this cat has drugged on her.
Oh yeah, hardcore.
It's just like, oh my god,
totally.
I got drugs.
Well, there's another cat. It's like, I just love you smushing it in his face. Like, oh.
Go to sleep.
Post log. In Orgoth's room, there's suddenly a flash of light. And a spider, a tarantula, comes out. Crawls out, looks around. Crawls out underneath the door. Downstairs, you see, the camera sees Smallberries holding Old Kerr, petting. The cat is completely drugged up on catnip. And this drow woman walks down the stairs. 2 swords, sword in each hip, comes down. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful animal. Pets the cat underneath the chin. Good day. Walks out the door and leaves into the night. And that's where we're ending it for the day.
What? No! What?
Bill, I'm sorry to like, you have to learn this way that your murder of Parker was for nothing.
Oh,
That wasn't Parker.
No,
No.
but that murder was for nothing. She made it there anyways.
Oh, that seems granddaughter-y. Oh, sweet lord. But
Oh.
but Orgoth has no idea what you're talking about.
No,
He
not
killed
at
his
all.
best friend.
Not
He
at
has no
all.
memory of it.
That was so sad.
That's
Ashes-
the memory he gave.
Ashes
us.
has a new
I
friend.
know. Ash is like, oh no.
Ashes makes more friends than than Lapis does. Anything else you want to
100%.
talk about?
Oh yeah, now a ton of stuff. What? Oh my god. Sheesh.
Yeah,
I'm like, we'll just play
we'll be getting into it.
I know. I'm like, we're just playing a fun little get some pets. Let me give you. Oh no! Boom! The bomb.
Were you expecting anything else?
It's what
Will
I
you
do.
learn your actions have consequences?
Actions. Purposely.
Well, let's go around and do our wrap up.
Hey everybody, this is Bill playing Jeremy, the annoyed honey badger today, but usually Orgoth Skull Crusher. And thanks for joining us on this absolutely crazy journey. You know, I got what, like how 2 years? We've been doing this for 2 years yet? Year and a half?
It's
something like that?
Year and a half. Year and a half.
Year and a
It's gonna
half,
be in
yeah.
July,
I think
believe,
June,
something.
July, August.
Yeah,
July.
who knows? Like, boy, the fantastic. Like, I feel blessed to be in like such an amazing long form campaign, and to play with these people, and to be absolutely flabbergasted and gobsmacked by our GM constantly. So this was like a nice palate cleanser today, even though like, you know, touches on a lot of stuff from the campaign, and dips into, you know, some of the like actually scary heavy things. It was just so stupidly fun. So thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us on Twitch if you do, and you know, please just tell all your friends.
Hey everyone, this is Jaiden. I was playing Ashes. Normally I would be playing Lapis, but today a little bit different, and it was very fun, very sad near the end after finding out that stuff.
Yeah.
Nice to see Zephyr though. Nice to see that he has like a voice.
All animals can talk in my mind, so.
It's true. And yeah, you can usually find me hanging around on the Discord. Sorry, I'm playing with a Slinky and it's distracting me.
It's slinking.
OCD.
It's so cool. I haven't had a Slinky in forever.
I mean, you just sit there and you like go back and forth. That's
what I've been doing like this whole time.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Slinky hit me up. Slinky hit me up.
Hey everyone, this is Jaime. I've been playing Mr. Mayhem, your local catnip dealer. You can find me on the socials at Steelclad Vicar. Usually I am playing North the Eladrin Roguelock, but you know what? There was that bit of chaos in here too. That was unplanned, but that was nice.
The best things are always unplanned, so.
Yeah, it was just like, oh shit, I have drugs. Okay then. But yeah. You can find us on Patreon as well if you want to just throw a little monetary support out there. You don't have to. Being here is
Enough.
already a big thing for us. We love you all. But if you got a little moolah that you want to part with every month, we have 3 tiers. We have early access to episodes of Rolling in the Netherdeep and of the Severed Sons podcast. We also have fun little exclusive stuff like short stories and excerpts from a note-taking journal from our very own Fang. So, you know, if you want to check that out, you know where to find us. It is in the link tree. So, thanks for being here with us.
And my name is Ron Murphy. You can find me on Twitter or Blue Sky at Ron88Keys RBDM. We have one thing that's coming out, I think it's tomorrow, Bill, is that the Rime of the Frostbitten podcast is going to be in video format. It's not like Talking Heads, but because you can do podcasts on YouTube now, and so it's like a video. And Bill has done some really cool images and maps and like moving images to the original Rime of the Frostbitten podcast. So the first one is going to be coming out weekly on Thursdays. So tune in. That's right.
That's starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
At 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon East Coast time.
Yeah. So tune into that and to our TikTok channel where Ross is putting out shorts,
funny little shorts. You can follow us on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok at Severed Studios. You can find the Frostmaiden podcast on any podcasting platform. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast, gang at Critical Role, and to all our listeners and our fans. Keep on rolling, and happy Netherdeep Pets Day. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Goodbye.